Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Comic Chat. Actually, I do love that name. It's actually is growing on me more and more. So, we've got 3 books today. Let's get into it with Scarlet Witch issue 1 by Steve Orlando. So, this. So, I think the last time Scarlet Witch had a book out was. What was it? James Robinson's run? I think it was about 3, 4 years ago? Then it was an alright run. It was an alright run. It ended with her, I think, was it trying to join the Avengers again? Which was alright, but then they changed the Avengers roster. It was weird. But it was all right. Civil War 2 was a thing. And at some point, I have to talk about Civil War 2. But anyway, this story is just kind of... Eh? Like it's... So anyway, the premise is Scarlet Witch is once again trying to get her life right. And as you do, you start with your own little store. All right? And the premise of this store really is, hey... we're going to give back a little. We got a nice little bookstore and antiquities and whatnot. And the trick is, if anyone needs any serious help, we have the last door, a magical door that if you're at your lowest point, we'll send you to her and she'll try to fix your problem. And lo and behold, someone looking to the farmer's market has found it here. And this lovely lady is having a problem in Italy because in her little town, well, some weirdo has taken control of the place. I don't know who this is. I don't think this is an important Marvel villain, or maybe one of the lesser ones, forgotten to time, like Floronic Man in DC, Some of them just get lost. And he's apparently got everyone under control. It's like really messed up control. Like, to the point where he's able to just use them as stepping stools. He can speak through them. The only reason she seems to be safe is because of this stone that her father gave her. And Wanda points out, hey, this thing, even her magic is like curving around. Like for some reason it's protecting her. So he's like, all right, so we're going to take that stone. My brother Pietro, he's going to polish it a bit. Take about 10 minutes because he's a speedster. Not as fast as the Flash. Ha! Although no one catches bullets like Quicksilver. But anyway. So they go down there and they pretty much resolve the story. It's kind of lackluster for that. Like, it's very straightforward in that sense. Like, there's not a lot going on here. Wanda's like, okay, they need help. I gotta stop this blue man. I thought this was like a political commentary, but if it is, points to it for being pretty much politically neutral. But anyway, the dude tries to throw Wanda's history in her face, like all the messed up stuff she's done. House of M. Which is kind of all of it. But she's like, yeah, fine, I've owned up to that. Turn to stone, and we're done here. Boop, boop, ba-doop. And there's like this whole thing, like, your love is what got us. Like, no, it's not it. Really, the real good thing about this is the end of it when Wanda's daughter with the vision came and said, hey, I've been seeing all this. I need your help. And that's at the end of the comic. Overall, this story just feels kind of par for the course. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read issue 2. Like, I don't hate Scarlet Witch as a character, but if you've noticed on the show, I mostly go for DC, and that's because I tend to miss when the issues come out. Like, Marvel #1s are way more expensive than DC ones, especially for their important ones, like $6. And I'm like, no, why? I like the idea of the last door. It's a great way to sort of explain, hey, if there's a problem, they'll find us. And Wanda's once again going on this sort of journey of repentance. Like, hey, I've done terrible things. This is me trying to make up for it, get my life in order. Wanda spends a lot of time trying to get her life in order just for her to once again start a new book with her getting her life in order. It is because I don't think anyone knows what to do with her outside of that. Like, the events of House of M, bare minimum, have defined Wanda's story going forward. And she's never been able to really escape that. And I think, in its own way, it's a shame. You would think she'd have had more stuff in the story with, say, Doctor Strange. Because she also taught at the Strange Academy. But no. But maybe we'll see that more. I'm kind of neutral on Steve Orlando. I know some people think he's a hack. The thing is, I can't remember anything off the top of my head that he's done that I've liked or disliked. So maybe I'll find that out by the time issue 2 comes out. So, yeah. Next up is Batman issue 1-31 by Chip Zdarsky. I guess it's still part of the failsafe story. So we last left off, Batman did one final attempt to, change failsafe's character alignment. And he said, dude, shoot you. And he's sent to another Earth, which is... yeah, so he's in a crime alley in another Earth. He loses his bat suit. His costume's like shambles. He's greeted by Commissioner Skeleton Jim Gordon, which I love. I love this. If Jim ever comes back to be commissioner, this is how he has to come back. Or maybe just stuck in. This is just how Bruce sees him now, like stuck in Bruce's head. But one thing Bruce notes about this crime alley is not only is it different, but everything seems a bit off. Like the brownstone he lived in, the Wayne Manor, seems to be abandoned for decades. So are we saying that in this Earth, Bruce Wayne maybe got shot in crime alley too? Were all the Waynes shot? Were all three of them? Who knows? Why are there so few Waynes? I don't know. But anyway. So while they're going through, Bruce sees, hey, there's some shenanigans going on with, I guess, the police are chasing people, and it's Judge Dent. Judge Harvey Dent, hopped on Venom, is coming in to start some drama. Bruce goes in and fights him off, and met by Firefly of all people. I'm here to help, Judge Dent. He makes it worse because he's Firefly. And then, luckily, this girl, Jewel, comes like, hey, come with me if you want to live. And he's like, yeah, screw it, let's go. And we don't quite get what's going on there. Meanwhile, at, I guess Selena Kyle is still here, but instead of the cat motif, she still wears leather. She's basically the queen pin of Gotham City and whatnot. She's like, what? Bruce Wayne is here, and she connects with the Red Mask about this information. And what's interesting about this is I wasn't quite sure who this was. My first thought was this might have been a variation of Jason Todd, but I went around looking, and this might be either was it Deacon Amadeus? Was it Amadeus Arkham? Like either Dr. Jeremiah Arkham, Deacon Blackfire, or Black Mask. Because at one point I think all three of them had donned the Black Mask, and now this one's Red Mask. So that was kind of interesting. So I don't quite know where this one's going, but it looks interesting. Like because as Bruce is sort of sitting there and meets the skeleton of Jim Gordon as he's patching himself up, he realizes that this is what Failsafe did: sent him to an Earth that never had a Batman. And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting idea. So the question is, what is Failsafe trying to do? Show the importance of Batman, then the ideal of Batman? Because remember, Failsafe activated because it heard the reports that, hey, Batman has killed one of his villains. And I guess this is to show, hey, this is what happens when Batman steps over the line. This is what happens when there is no Batman to uphold that ideal, to be the best of Gotham City to an extent. Or maybe this is a chance for him to rebuild himself into the ideal Batman, which is kind of weird because one would think that if Batman had gone rogue, Bruce's logic would have been, oh yeah, I need to die. You need to put me down. I can't be stopped. So maybe Alfred designed this, or maybe it was a combination of Failsafe's original programming and the alignment change or whatever program Bruce uploaded into him. So there's that. Sky's the limit. The question is, where are we going forward with this? And maybe we'll get a Chip Zdarsky sort of breaking down of Batman as a character and how Bruce relates to him. I mean, every writer at some point does that. So it'll be nice to see Zdarsky's take on it. He kind of set that up in his run and his short run, The Night, which was really good, actually. So who knows? Overall, fun. I liked it. I'm trying to see where this is going. I need more skeleton members of the Bat family. All right. Oh, speaking of which, where's Barbara? Where's Jason? Where's Dick? Where's Tim? Oh, this will be fun. I'm looking forward to this. And finally, to wrap it all up, Dark Knights of Steel issue 9, and I just heard my last video on this, and I think I was a bit, you know what? Say what you want about Tom Taylor in this story. I've said that he's kind of not really playing around with the story elements that well. I think he's kind of more lost in the spectacle of it than the actual substance to it. But he does know how to throw a curveball your way. I didn't see this coming. It might have been my fault. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But anyway. So this story starts off, we'll pick where we left off, with Lara killing Queen Hippolyta. And I was like, all right, clearly this must be a Meso. But anyway, before we can figure out who that is, we cut to Paradise Island, and Cassandra Cain, one of Batman's little birds, that's pretty much what she is, gets Kal-El off the island, like, hey, you gotta go fix whatever's going on down there. You gotta stop this war. And war is what happens. As we tend to forget, Diana was right there when she saw her mother cut down. And her response is just like, even when Kal-El shows up, she's like, they're going to fight. They're going to attack. It's chaos on the battlefield because now emotions are running high. And Diana, who was so set on trying to find a peaceful way to resolve this, is now no longer thinking of peace as an option because, well, the queen, the House of El killed her mother. So now it's just chaos. Everyone's fighting everybody. Even the Green Man's like, you know what? We gotta go. We gotta go. And I did like that. But then Batman shows up on a dragon like, stop all this right now. You're idiots. And Constantine's like, oh, this is wild. And Lois comes up. So, John, was this your vision? All this. You said that chaos would reign. The House of El was gonna fight. And all this stuff. I have a question. Was Bruce Wayne on a dragon flying down and the Green Man part of this vision? He's like, you know what? I think I may have been conned here. I may have read this prophecy wrong. Something else may be going on other than what I just saw. Like, you know what? Maybe prophecy is a sucker's game. What did George say? Prophecy can bite your prick off. Yeah, so this is what happened. I've never seen John Constantine this stupid in my life. But, yeah, it's like, I think I may have jumped the gun on this. Yeah. Anyway, meanwhile, in the dungeons, El Dungeons, as it's called, Lara walks in, kills King Shark. Is that King Shark? I think it's King Shark. And Ollie's like, we gotta go. Dinah, scream, blow the wall up. We gotta go. And he does. And they walk in like, oh, there's a war going on out here. So anyway, they go in. It's sort of chaos. Bruce is like, so, brother Kal-El. Kal-El's like, brother? I'm like, wait, he doesn't? Like, he didn't know? He didn't know? Why is he confused? He should know. I'm like, oh, it wasn't him. So was it the Green Man? Was it the Green Man? But anyway, Lara meets up with Lara, and everyone's like, the hell is that? Even the Green Man's like, the hell is this? Green Man doesn't know what's going on. So, what happened? Alfred goes, shoot it with fire. Ollie's like, say less. Sets his arrow on fire, fires the crossbow, shoots it in the chest. And what happens? It's a white Martian. And I'm like, oh my God. We flipped the script. Why didn't I think of White Martian? Maybe I did in another issue. Maybe I thought of that. I don't know. I didn't. Maybe I'm bad at this. But anyway, as he flies off and everyone gives chase, the White Martian disappears, and Alfred looks at Bruce and goes, I didn't tell you everything about the war, and reveals he's Martian Manhunter. Oh my God. This is an alright issue. It is. Anyway, so Dark Knights of Steel is more fun twist and fun reveal than it is a really great story. Clearly, I could be wrong. He can call me out on this, which means he's watching my videos, which I'll take. Tom Taylor does like Marvel 1602 because he can read. 1602 is a really fun book. I need to read it again. But anyway, the twists and turns about where these characters are in relation to this fantasy world is more interesting than the story, I think, because the story feels kind of predictable. Everyone kind of knew once we heard prophecy that this is not going to end how anyone thinks it will. And lo and behold, it didn't. But the twist of Alfred being a white Martian, I kind of want to go back and see if there was ever a scene where Alfred was avoiding fire to like give that hint there. But the question is, how long has this been going on? How long have the white Martians been here, been among us? All right, they've done Secret Invasion. They've done Secret Invasion medieval style. It's been a while since I've read Secret Invasion too. At some point I'll have to just read that too. But this is fun. This has been fun. This is a popcorn comic book. Like, you know what? This story could be better, but I'm having fun, man. I'm having fun. If only Tom Taylor's other books were this good. Actually, his non-canon stuff, Dark Knights of Steel, DC's, I think he wrote for Injustice as well. That's all been some fun stuff. But whenever you put him like on brand, he's either very boring or very he didn't think this through. So now if Tom Taylor is watching, he's gonna just, I guess, not like it. All right. Tom Taylor, if you want, you can leave a hate comment. It'll just work out. Let's just say it sucks. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, those are the 3 books. So what I think stood out the most here, Scarlet Witch leaves the most promise for something more. I'm intrigued with where Zdarsky's going, but I have to say Dark Knights of Steel got me with that White Martian reveal. Now Oliver's going to tell a story. So the question is Constant's going to be like, okay, guys, it turns out I may have dropped the ball on this and made things worse. The question is now, is everyone going to be able to put aside what's happened? Because technically, saying that Lara was a White Martian does not prove that Lara didn't kill Queen Hippolyta. But whatever, I don't think anyone's going to push that. I think everyone's going to unite against the White Martian threat. And what about the Green Man? The Green Man seemed confused too, like, I didn't do that. I don't know these people. I don't know. Maybe his plan was to draw them out of hiding. Who knows? Maybe this Lex Luthor Joker hybrid with a green ring made of kryptonite is going to be a threat. I don't know. Overall, though, this has been an alright week. So anyway, that brings this comic chat to an end. What'd you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What stood out to you the most here? To me, Zdarsky might take it just for Skeleton Jim Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, if you are new to the Bucket Think Tank, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out some of my videos. Do all the special things we like you to do for the algorithm. And I will catch you all later. This is the Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching. And as always, may your fandom serve you well.